Good morning, PALY.
Today is Tuesday, January 17th, 2023.
I'm Ethan Haemer.
And I'm Eunice Wong. Welcome to InFocus. Interested in earning volunteer service hours for a great cause? RISE Task Force, a club at PALY trying to make a more consent-conscious campus, has a volunteer opportunity for you. RISE is looking for volunteers to lead lessons surrounding healthy relationships and consent. Curriculum materials and training will be provided, and students facilitators will get volunteer hours for their participation. If you are interested in becoming a RISE facilitator, visit @PALYRISE on Instagram and fill out the Google form linked in their bio. Applications will be accepted until January 23rd.
The window to sign up for this week's prime period ends tomorrow at 12 p.m. Make sure to sign up before noon tomorrow to avoid being placed in a random location.
Last semester, InFocus aired the first part of a series about an equitable academic resource for all PALY students featuring the PALY Polynesian Club. Today, we'll return to part 2 with a story highlighting the Black Scholars United Club, an interview with co-president Carter Blair and equity educator Enid Lee. We'll shed light on inequity that people of color face on campus.
My name is Carter Blair. I'm a senior and I'm the co-president of the Black Student Union. Black students are underrepresented at PALY. I think that we face certain challenges that no other minority does. I think that there are so few of us that it's sometimes hard to find that sense of unity or belonging in a classroom setting.
I've worked in a lot of schools. I don't think I've ever worked in a school that appears to be as resource as this, right? I really wish that people would continue to use those resources to work for greater equality.
Certain people at PALY who have access to money also have access to tutors and have access to outside resources that can benefit them. And I think that if you don't have that sort of access, that can place you at a disadvantage in classroom settings to students who do have that extra help.
This equity concept connects to PALY because, according to Carter, Black students tend to be underrepresented in high-laned courses.
I don't see that many Black students in my classes, and it's one thing when you're just in a regular class, but it's another thing when you're in an advanced or honors AP course and you don't see someone who looks like you. It exacerbates the feeling that you might not belong there, and so I've had to work harder to overcome that feeling, that just because I don't see someone who looks like me doesn't mean that I don't deserve to be in this class.
So the question becomes, how do students become underrepresented, and what can be done to put them on the pipeline for success?
Students who are considered underrepresented, we have not been able to maximize what they bring to the setting, and what they bring is not just for their good, it's for the common good. It enriches the entire learning experience of every person in the class. And it isn't as if by having that kind of input that there's less for anybody. What it means is there's more for all of us. People are underrepresented because we haven't created access points for them to be represented. It doesn't mean that there's something the matter with you and that you can't do it. No, what it means is you need an opportunity to practice, to learn, and to build on what you already know.
Getting underrepresented kids into classes starts in middle school when they're developing that mindset of what they're capable of doing. And I think that for a lot of students at PALY, they've had the opportunity or the people looking out for them to tell them that they belong in these courses and that they can do it. And often for children from underrepresented minority backgrounds, they don't have that sort of support specifically saying that they'll excel in these advanced classes. And I think that by giving them the support from teachers, from parents, from even fellow students, then that will get more people into those classes. And they'll have that mindset that they can do it, and that will make them stay in those classes throughout their time in high school.
Another important part of this discussion is that despite what people think, racial microaggressions are still prevalent on PALY campus.
So many students have been the subject of microaggressions, and I think the danger surrounding microaggressions is that they're often hard to identify. even from the perspective of someone who's saying something that might be racist or someone who's receiving a comment that they might perceive as racist. I think it's hard to think about certain things people say and understand like if what they said can be harmful to the other person. And I think that sort of disconnect is what allows microaggressions to be passed around so often, and for us to not see the negative impact that they can have on students.
We hope this series of interviews has made you more aware about the inequitable academic resources provided for students at PALY, especially underrepresented students. Also, to be able to recognize and combat microaggressions when they occur on campus. With InFocus, this has been Ellie Roth and Nikki Haderpour.
That does it for today's show.
Follow us on social media at InFocus to engage with our content and visit our website to view today's campus bulletin.
Until next time, I'm Ethan Haemer.
And I'm Eunice Wong, and this has been InFocus News.
Have a great day, Vikings.